You should be checking out the sequential LED taillights here if you're looking to really modernize the rear end of your new Edge Mustang at home, but at the same time still hold on to that Mustang heritage through the tri-bar design and that sequential operation. Now these 50 state legal lights will combine that full LED operation along with a sleek black housing and clear lens, offer right around that low to mid $300 price point. Now install according to the site, guys, gonna get a pretty soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, as you are looking at a 100% plug and play job that should take you no more than an hour to complete from start to finish. But hang with me for a little bit and we'll walk you through that job later in the video. So outside, I would say of the Raxium Icon LED taillights, I would say these sequentials are the other slightly more premium option currently in the category that is going to boast things like the full LED operation. However, these lights will also boast that sequential functionality right out of the box. Now the Icons, on the other hand, well, those guys are going to need an additional relay to offer that sequential functionality or pattern for things like your brake lights, your turn signals, or your hazards. Now, another big difference with these particular lights is obviously styling. Now, unlike those Icons, which to me kind of evoke more the styling found on the 13 and 14 cars, these LEDs give off more of that tri-bar S550 vibe, which some new Edge owners might actually prefer. Now, regardless of what kind of styling you are into, I'll always encourage you to check out the numerous options available here on the site, of course, and while you're there, don't forget to check out some of the customer submitted images to get a better sense of how each particular taillight might look on your own new Edge at home. But getting back to the LED sequentials that we have here on the table today, and again, one of the big pros here, guys, is the fact that you are getting the 100% LED operation for things like your brake lights, your turn signals, and even down to your reverse lights. Now those LEDs will be a massive upgrade over your stock tail lights in just about every single way, from brightness all the way to longevity, and will just look much better at the end of the day. Now in regards to operation, well, I've mentioned a few times now, you are getting that sequential or sequencing pattern that will incorporate not only the tri-bar lights themselves, but also your smaller row of LEDs down here in the bottom for a more dramatic effect. Now, reverse lights will be found in the stock location down here, and they will be handled again thanks to those bright white LEDs that are going to shine far brighter than your stock white incandescent bulbs. Now, all of that LED lighting is housed in a very aggressive looking package thanks to the black base. It does have a little bit of detail here near the edges of the actual tri-bar LED. You do get the little red reflector down here on the bottom, and everything is going to be topped off with that crystal clear lens to maintain that aggressive look of a dark smoke light, but without having to worry about cutting down your total light output. Now also, because you are getting that clear lens here, this is an easy one for DOT and SAE to approve, meaning they are going to be legal for use in all 50 states. But enough about the small details here of these taillights. What do you say we show you how to get them installed? And again, one thing I always love to point out with a product like this is that you are looking at a 100% plug and play job, guys. So therefore, no modification, no wiring, just a really easy day in the driveway or garage. So without further ado, why don't you grab that toolbox, let's head out to the garage, and we'll show you our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
Tools used for this install: a ratchet, a plastic clip removal tool, and an 11mm socket. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to install our taillights here on our 99 Mustang, but first we're gonna watch a quick uninstall video of how to take our taillights off, and then we'll jump right back into the install.
First up here, pop your trunk, grab a panel removal tool, and we're gonna remove this plastic trim by the trunk latch. Now, you can get around this by just pulling back the liner on the left and right side, but you may end up cracking it. Now, to avoid that, you wanna remove this, and then the liner in one piece. So we're gonna grab our panel tool, we're gonna pry up, and remove these push pin clips. These are pretty much Christmas tree clips. And by pulling them back, you can see they come straight out. Get all 4 of them off. All right, from there, this panel comes off. Now what we want to do is on the top left and top right of this entire trunk liner piece, we want to remove those clips as well. So you can see we have one here and then the same on the other side. Pops right off. It might be easier for you if you're having trouble, you can unthread it. Sometimes they're threaded in and you can pull back. All right, from here, this piece comes off in one piece, and what I like to do is just push it forward. You don't have to do too much with it. Just push it a little bit forward. Now there are 4 nuts we want to remove. One here, and then if we pull this down, you can see one at the top and one on the far side. Grab an 11mm socket and get these off. Really, once you break them loose, you can get them off by hand. You want to set these aside to be reinstalled later. All right, once you have all 4 of these off, you're going to come back to your taillight harness here. What you're going to do is pull back and disconnect. There's a little tab there that you just need to pull back on, and you pull and disconnect it. It's pretty simple. At this point, we can pull our taillight. All right, from here, what you'll do is pull straight back, and you can see this is still connected. What we want to do is disconnect the harness completely. But as you can see, there's a rubber grommet going through the hole. From the inside, you can really just push and also pull back on that grommet, and it'll disconnect, just like that. All right, we can set our factory one aside.
So now we have our old taillight removed. We're going to install our new taillight. Now it's going to be pretty simple. We have one wire here that's going to feed through our hole where we pulled our factory harness out through. And then we have a box here. Once we get this on the inside, we're going to take this 2-sided tape off, and then we're going to mount this box inside here and just stick it to the body inside the car. So I'm going to go ahead and start fishing this wire through the hole. I'm going to start fishing the wire through the hole. Once I get it close, then we'll just insert the plug into the hole, just like that. And once we get that in that position, we're going to be able now to install our taillight and get it up into place here. So now what I'm going to do is reinstall our factory nuts here. Now, as I said before, we are missing some of our nuts here, so I'm going to only be able to put in what I have. There's 2 here, and then one you might not be able to see but is way back here. I'm going to get these installed. I'm going to take my 11mm, my ratchet here, tighten them up. Same with this one. And same with the one in the back. And now we have those tight. What we're going to end up doing here is plug in our wiring harness to our factory harness. And then, as I said to you before, I'm going to take this box right here. I'm going to peel the 2-sided tape off. And then I'm going to actually plug it in just like that. Stick it on the side there, it'll stick. And we'll plug this connector back in here. Like that. And I'm going to just tuck it down in there and get it out of the way. And then we'll just take our panel, put our panel back in place. Pretty much like that. Now on our Mustang here, we're missing some of these clips. On yours, you're going to want to put these in to hold this panel into place. And then you're just going to want to repeat this whole installation procedure on the opposite side. That wraps up this review and install of our sequential LED taillights, jet black housing, clear lens for 99 to 04 Mustang, excluding 99 to 01 Cobras. Thanks for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.